It's the hyper-lightweight car that was too much for Uncle Sam. But how much will a Lotus Elise S1 set you back today? The Lotus Elise Series 1 took the company's motto, simplify, then add lightness, to its logical conclusion. It was powered by a Rover K-Series engine that produced only 118 horsepower, which may not seem like a lot. Indeed, in most cases, around 100 horsepower won't get you very far, but the Lotus had a secret up its sleeve. It weighed just over 1,500 pounds, making the little Rover motor behave more like a rocket booster than anything else. The Elise achieved this incredible lightness through the then advanced usage of fiberglass and an extruded aluminum frame. The car had a 0 to 60 time of 5.5 seconds according to its makers. That's nearly a full 3 seconds faster than the first generation Mazda Miata's 8.4 seconds, a car known for its legendary handling and lighter weight. The first generation Lotus Elise was adored by reviewers overseas, and anyone who drove one praised the vehicle's light nature and incredible maneuverability.
This, in driver's terms, is the best 20 grand-ish sports car on the market.
It was actually touted as a better car than the Miata, and reviewers claimed that it was fun to drive at basically any speed. However, as with many compact British sports cars, reliability could be hit or miss, especially with the car's Rover-sourced power plant. According to owner surveys, the S1 was absolutely fantastic when it was in working order, and a genuine headache when it was in the shop. Nevertheless, the Elise has been credited with pulling the road car division of Lotus out of despair. The vehicle's lack of power steering and creature comforts of any kind worked immensely in its favor, giving the driver a more direct connection to the road, one that wasn't muddled by unnecessary details like interior carpets or air conditioning. So the Lotus was compact, nimble, simplistic, and incredibly fast. But that wasn't the reason it wasn't allowed in America. The real reason Uncle Sam said no to the Elise was its Rover K-Series power plant. It couldn't cut it when it came to emission standards, and Lotus wasn't willing to make a US-compliant Elise until much later. Over its 5-year production cycle, Lotus made around 12,000 Series 1 Elises. It's hardly a one-off model, but there still aren't many around after the 2 decades since ending production. On auction sites like Car and Classic, most well-preserved, low-mileage Elises are priced between around $24,000 to $35,000. The first few model years of the Elise are approaching the age where they can be legally imported stateside too. As long as you're willing to deal with the hassle of importing and maintaining a featherweight British sports car, it might not be a bad deal.
It's not that hard, Scott. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Hey, anything worth doing is.
During the Lotus's relatively short time in production, the car was also available in a number of special editions. The Lotus Elise 340R was the top of the performance spectrum. As the name suggested, only 340 were ever built towards the end of the first generation in the late 1990s. The 340R was the most extreme track version of the Elise that had every single conceivable weight-saving measure applied. That meant no doors or roof of any kind, and it barely had mirrors or fenders. Because of its rarity, 340Rs don't show up for auction very often. In 2017, one such car sold for a cool $50,000 despite not being street legal in the US. While drivers across the pond got to have all the fun during the first generation of the Elise, Americans got to see what all the hype was about when the second generation came stateside for the 2005 model year. That version was upgraded in most ways and included airbags for good measure. The old Rover engine was axed in favor of a power plant from Toyota, specifically from the Celica. Regardless of what side of the Atlantic you're from, the Elise will be fondly remembered as not only one of the greatest British sports cars, but one of the best possible examples of a lightweight track performer.